So today I'm going to be talking to you guys about what most of us are thinking about, what most of us are focusing on, what a lot of us are hearing about every single day, all day right now, and it is the virus. You know what's going on, but I just want to talk about trying to stay positive during this time and looking at things in the best way that we can and staying as safe as we can. Obviously, I've never been through anything like this. None of us have really been through anything like this. And so it is scary. There's so many things that we don't know and I don't know. So many things that I don't know the facts of, kind of just seeing so much information all day, every day. I just wanted to make a video and kind of talk about ways that we can make quarantine a little bit less depressing, a little bit more enjoyable, turn it into something positive, certain ways that we can look at this, and just, reminding you to be safe. So yes, being anxious and being worried right now is completely understandable. The more we focus on it, the more energy is going towards this. The more we are fearing it, the more fear is going to keep growing and growing. There's billions of people right now focused on this, worried about this, and it's just creating stronger energy. And the more we have fear inside, the more susceptible to sickness. We need to step away from our fear. We need to focus on some positivity, and it's kind of hard to do that, but just turning off the news would be a good thing. Walking away from your phone screen would be a good thing. There's a lot of things that you can do during this time, especially if you are quarantined. I feel like most of us are going to be soon, and it doesn't have to be a bad thing. We can look at it in a different way. None of us really know what the next day is going to look like, but we have this moment, and that's all we really have. So we just need to make the best of it and be smart and logical. Stay in and take this seriously. Even if you would be okay contracting the virus, the spread of the virus is the problem. So if we can do what we can to stop it, that would be great. Stay in, keep to yourself a little bit. I promise it'll be fine. Something else that I think would be really helpful for most of us is to meditate. Take this time that you might have, this free time, and dedicate it to meditating for really as long as possible. But you could do one in the morning, one at night, one just when you have time. The more you meditate, the better health you do have. It really will help you. And if it doesn't help you physically, it will help you mentally during this time. So I really can't recommend it enough. I definitely don't want to make light of this situation. I definitely don't want to come off insensitive, but I do want to help you think in a more positive way about this, especially if you are very anxious and very scared about what's going on. And obviously the numbers are rising, and that's not to make light of that. Once we get past this, good things are going to be coming. I think that we can really kind of start over with this, depending on the steps that we take. I think that we'll definitely move towards a more self-sustainable lifestyle as a whole world, and relying on ourselves a little bit more, not as much outsourcing, and hopefully just a little bit more peace, a little bit more health and happiness, because I think a lot of us are going to realize that health and happiness, you can't buy that, and it's so easy to get distracted and neglect those things, but those are like the most important things. Take this time and go inwards. If this time is really difficult for you, you might actually need this time to kind of, cut off the external world, cut off your responsibilities, cut off your expectations, stop thinking about, work and the grind as much. Obviously, I hope that nobody is, extremely negatively affected by this either, financially, business-wise, etc. I don't know what's going to happen with my job. I don't know what's going to happen with anybody, and I'm hoping for the best. But this time we can kind of go back to our old ways where we weren't working the way we do, we weren't living the way we do, and be a little bit more inward, you know what I mean? You can take this time to maybe, do some inner work, meet different parts of you that you aren't really in tune with, and heal parts of you that you really haven't been able to heal. You can also work on things that you are passionate about, maybe just do some art, exercise, things like that. We aren't meant to be so overstimulated as often as we are every single day, so hopefully this time can help all of us rebalance everything and see things in a different way and take better care of ourselves and heal what needs to be healed. And I believe that a new way of life is on the horizon, a new earth. If you are spiritual like me, then you've probably heard about this. When something crazy huge happens, even if it's bad, it can help people make a shift in a better direction. And like I said earlier, I think a lot of us are going to start working more remotely, which gives us a lot more freedom. I think we're going to start thinking about how we handle like our money different, how we prepare for things different. Just pretty much so many things I think are going to kind of shift into a different perspective for everyone. And obviously with that is going to come change, and with change it's always uncomfortable. With things that cause waves and worry and stuff like that, it's uncomfortable, but something better will come out of it. So I'm trying to stay positive, and I'm looking forward to a new way of life once we get past this. More remote work, less manufacturing outside of our countries, focusing on happiness, mental health, and physical health, and not so much on material things, external world, and just work. Another thing to think about is, back in the day, a few years back, us humans, we used to live a lot differently. We used to live more seasonally. Each solstice would kind of bring a new phase of the year into our life. Obviously, spring, we're planting seeds, we're getting ready for things to grow. And then summer, the growth is happening. We enjoy the weather and the outdoors and things like that. Fall happens and we start getting ready for harvest and getting ready to kind of rest in winter. And then of course winter, we usually used to retreat, kind of like animals do when they go hibernate, kind of just go inside, stay inside, stock up on what we need, and spend the time kind of checking in with ourselves, figuring out what's working for us and what's not, and kind of getting ready for the new year and the new season, the new seeds we want to plant. For many years now, we have not been living that way. Nobody really has that type of retreat time. Maybe during summer, you could kind of consider that, like when people are in the school system and then they have the whole summer off. That's definitely a more retreat, relaxing time. But once you're not in school anymore, you're pretty much working like 48 to 52 weeks out of the year. You aren't resting. You are not, really regrouping. And so maybe this time we can look at it as a time that we rest, we regroup, just get ready for what's to come next. We've spent many days with no mental rest. I really think that this can be a shift in the right direction, as detrimental and kind of dreary as all of this is. This is the way I'm trying to look at it, because I don't want to have fear. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to be depressed. I know that it feels crazy that 2020 is pretty much like a standstill year for everyone, but it's gonna keep going. We will keep going on. Life will continue. But like I said, if we focus on the fear, it's gonna eat us up inside. We have to focus on love. If any of us are able to help the elderly or people that are in compromised situations with their health, we should. All this media hysteria and all of this fear is kind of making it feel scary. Like, well, should I go out in public? Like, I would like to help people, but is that safe for me or anyone? And so that's where I'm kind of like, I don't know. But hopefully as the weeks go by, we can get a better grip on everything and kind of get a system, like a nice idea of how everything is going to play out and just how to approach everything. I really kind of don't know. Even little things like just calling your grandparents or your parents or whoever that may have to be really on lockdown right now. They're probably really kind of bored, so you could always talk to them. It's hard to be apart from people you care about, but we definitely have technology. This is kind of a crazy feeling of like, we're so advanced and we have so much technology, but that has nothing to do with our situation. So we kind of have to take things back a few notches, but we still have the internet, we still have TV, we still have ways to communicate. and entertain ourselves and stuff like that. So this part of the video, I'm going to talk about just like some random thoughts, some random ideas of things you can do if you are stuck at home and feeling a little crazy, or if you are just having a hard time. And these are things that will hopefully keep you away from the media, kind of off your phone a little bit, because I don't know about you, but I don't really want my screen time to go up too much because it was already high, and now I don't want it to get higher. And like I said, the more I keep checking up on all the news updates, the more I just get stuck in this frenzy, you know, and I don't like getting stuck in it. Do what you gotta do to distract yourself. That's not dangerous, obviously. Watch media that makes you happy, entertaining media, comedy, listen to podcasts, listen to great music, write your own music, whatever works for you. I know that it's scary that the whole world as a collective is focusing on this and worried about this, and I think that billions are. So this energy around it and this fear around it is just growing day by day. So let's try our best to take our mind off of it and focus on something else and grow something positive. If you are not on a complete lockdown and you're able to be outside, I would recommend being outside. Right now is a great time to connect with nature. Nature is like the safe place to be right now. It's safe to be with plants. It's safe to be around animals. You know, just be careful, obviously, but going on a walk, take your dog on a walk, sit in your backyard and drink your coffee or have your dinner, watch the sunset or whatever. Being outside, being with the nature is probably one of the best things I could do for myself personally. And I think it would help anybody else too. Sunshine is really good for us, for our well-being and for our health. So definitely get in the sun if you can. Get artsy, get crafty, paint, knit, scrapbook, write, research something you're into, practice makeup, practice something that you are interested in. You can cook or you can bake something, read a book, dance. Dancing is such a great way to shake up the energy, whether it's inside of you or around you. It's a really great way to just kind of shake it off, you know. Cleaning for me would be very therapeutic, so cleaning is something that might be really helpful. Also, just moving stuff around your area definitely can change the energy as well. Do some spring cleaning, do some little rearranging. That could be fun if you're into that kind of stuff. Play an instrument. You can do meditations. Like I will keep recommending that. Meditate. Listen to some affirmations, do some yoga, exercise. There's so many home workouts you can find online, and exercising definitely keeps your immune system up as well as produces endorphins, so that'll keep you in a positive spirit. And also, if you're into it, you could also check out some sound healing. You can listen to one while you're sleeping, you can listen to one during the day, you can listen to one for 10 minutes. But it's crystal bowls, and they make these beautiful frequencies that actually heal our body, relax the body. Some of them connect with different chakras and balance our chakras and things like that. Other things you could do, you can play cards, play games, learn how to do tarot, learn about astrology, watch YouTube videos. I definitely think this is also a time where you could definitely develop any business ideas or just project ideas that you have. Some things you might not be able to do. Some things you might have limits because we aren't able to get to certain stores. They might be shut down. We might not get to order certain things. Things just might be going on. Or maybe you don't want to spend money during this time. You can just brainstorm your ideas and you know, kind of expand on them, and when this is all over, you can do something with all of your ideas and your plans. So hopefully those things kind of give you some inspiration to make something positive out of this time, because I know how detrimental this could be for some of us. If we're dealing with the anxiety of it all, if we're dealing with depression in general already, and this on top of it, isolation isn't the best thing always, and just dealing with any loved ones, you know, or just dealing with the stress of the work situation. But I'm hoping that the whole world will be taken care of. Do what you can to stay in and just take the measures to keep this at bay. I'm sending you all of the positive energy that I can. Take it, please. And one thing is we have to come together and stay apart. It's kind of the weirdest thing. Come together as a whole, as a collective, in a very, you know, beautiful way, but then stay apart. Actually physically stay away from each other, which is like a part of the challenge too. So stick together and stay away from each other. That is the goal. That is key right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and end the video because I don't really know what else to say. So I'm sending you all the love and all the good vibes, and I hope that you have a great rest of your day. Stay positive, and I'll catch you in my next video. I hope you have a good one. Peace out.